Hello and welcome back to the video tutorial series on RetroERS. My name is Brian Legg and I'm with DataVault Solutions. Today we will be installing and configuring SQL 2012 Advanced Edition. So let's go ahead and get started. As you can see, I have already downloaded the SQL 2012 Advanced Edition flat file, which is approximately 1.3 gigabytes in file size. The Advanced Edition is required for RetroERS as we utilize the reporting services components. Let's begin the install. The install takes quite a while, so I'll be cutting out portions of the install where we just see the progress bar going across the screen. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and click on New SQL Server Standalone Installation or add features to the existing installation. Do a rule check. Next, we accept the license terms. We're going to go ahead and approve the product updates during the initial install. Next, we're going to select the features that we want to install. Since we're not going to be doing any replication or full text searches, we're going to go ahead and uncheck those, leave everything else checked. Okay, here we're going to accept the default named instance. Okay, the service accounts. I'm going to go ahead and modify the startup type for the SQL browser service because we require that. So change that to automatic. Also, we require mixed mode authentication. So we're going to go ahead and now enter the password for the SA account. You just go ahead and make this up and also keep track of it. Here we'll click on Install and Configure. And let it process through the installation. We'll come back in just a few minutes. Okay, there you go. That took approximately 25 minutes to 30 minutes to set up on our system. So it's asking for a system restart. We'll go ahead and check the status of the features. Looks like everything went through fine. Hit close, and then close, and we'll go ahead and reboot. Come back in a moment. Okay, so we've gone through the reboot. Next thing we're going to do is go ahead and check the services, make sure that everything started fine. And we have our browser service started, and our SQL Server service, and our reporting services. Excellent. Okay, the next step is to ensure that the correct protocols are enabled for the SQL Server. So we'll go to the SQL Server 2012, Configuration Tools, and SQL Server Configuration Manager. Inside of this, we want to expand out the SQL Server network configuration, protocols for SQL Express, and we want to enable name pipes and also enable TCP/IP. And then we're going to restart that service. The next step in our installation is to go ahead and open up the SQL Server Management Studio. And we're going to make sure that the authentication for mixed mode functions properly. Okay, here we're going to change our authentication to the SQL Server Authentication. And log in. You see that the service is running and our default system databases are in place, as well as our SQL Server Express database. The next step is to open up the SQL Server Reporting Services Configuration Manager. We'll connect to it. See our services started. Have our using the built-in account. Web services URL. We'll be utilizing this URL when we install the RetroERS, the database that it is attached to. That's good. And Report Manager will also be utilizing this URL. And we'll go back and we're just going to click on this to verify this opens. And we'll verify that this one opens too. They may take several minutes to spin up first time in. There we go. And we'll go ahead and just that. Gotta love Microsoft and the new browser. Okay, so that's correct. And that's correct. Very good. And that concludes the installation and configuration of SQL2012 with reporting services. We have installed it. We've verified all the services are running. We've enabled name pipes and TCP/IP. We verify that the SQL Management Studio opens and we can manage our instance with the SA credentials, verifying that the mixed mode authentication is functioning properly. And we've also verified the configuration of the reporting services and verified that the database is mounted and browsable through our browser. Thank you for watching, and we hope that you will check out the rest of the RetroERS installation and configuration videos.